I got kicked out of 2 different high schools. I graduated from an alternative school. Never once did I think this Dr. DF Arnold guy existed inside of me. Now understand this, the reason why I say that is because decision...
Cool. What's going on? What's going on? Hey, it's your guy, Dr. DF Arnold, once again bringing you the Power Plan. Episode 3, everybody. Episode 3. So today's message, I want to talk about pain and on how the other side of your pain is your purpose. Listen to me. On the other side of pain is your purpose. But the only way that you'll realize your purpose is if you take your power. See, you have access to something that's so powerful, but a lot of times we give it up to people, to situations, and the things. And we got to stop doing that, because I say this all the time. Those things don't deserve your power, and it's in your power that will get you to the next level. So if you want to go to the next level, you have to maintain your power, because if you continue to give that up, you'll continue to be in the state that you're at. And if you want to be in that state, keep doing what you're doing, because you will never move up until you move on. So on the other side of your pain is your purpose, but you have to get your power. So here's the story. I heard a story about this gentleman who went to the doctor. He went to the doctor, found out that he needed to lose some weight. He was overweight, he had high blood pressure, but the doctor said, if you lose this weight, that's going to help your blood pressure. So the gentleman went to the mall, got him some exercise gear, got him the new running gear, everything. So the next morning he woke up, put his exercise equipment on, and he went outside. So he was running down the street, and he gets to the last house on his block. And on the last house, he noticed that it was a dog sitting on the porch. So the dog sitting on the porch, he looks over, and the dog is making this noise going, "Hur, hur." And he said, man, that's kind of strange, but you know. So he ran around the block. He goes in his house, and he's thinking about the dog, but he's not really worried about it too much. And then he said, I wonder if that dog won't be there the next day. But he ain't think nothing of it. So he goes in, next morning, gets up, puts his exercise equipment on, goes outside, stretches, then he starts running down the block. Looks at that same house, that same dog is sitting in the same spot, making this excruciating sound again. He looks over, dog right there, so he keeps going. Goes back home, finishes his workout. So he's been running all week. So on that next week, wakes up, does the same thing, goes running, looks at that house, that dog is sitting in the same spot. But as he's running, he sees the dog making that noise. He hears him going, "Hur, hur." But at this time, the owner comes out. So before he continues on, he goes to the house because he got to find out what's going on. He goes to the owner. He said, hey, you know, I've been running this whole week, and every time I run past your house, I see your dog sitting right here, and he's making this sound like he's in pain or something. He said, do you know what's going on? He said, yeah. He said, well, what's going on? The gentleman said, he's sitting on a nail. It's like, well, wait. He's sitting on a nail? He said, yeah, he's sitting on a nail. He said, wait, I've been running all week and your dog has been sitting in this same spot. You mean to tell me he's sitting on the nail? Why is he doing that? Guy said it don't hurt him bad enough. Gentleman said, wow. See, that's what's going on with us, unfortunately. Some of the things that we're involving ourselves with, right now it's not hurting us bad enough. That's why we're not willing to move. That's why we're not willing to change, because right now we seem to think it's not hurting us bad enough, but it is hurting you. When we're not doing that thing that we're supposed to do, it is hurting you, it's hurting your family, and it's hurting the world who can benefit from what it is you have. It's hurting you. But here's the thing, on the other side of the pain is the purpose, but you got to take your power. See, you can't continue to sit in that same spot that you've been sitting at when you know you deserve to have more, when you know you deserve to experience more. But if you stay in that same spot, you'll never experience what it is that you were supposed to experience. See, some people say the richest place on this planet, they say it's the diamond mines in Africa, or they say it's the oil fields in the Middle East. See, the richest place is not those places. The richest place on this planet is a cemetery, because so many people die with ideas and dreams inside of them that could have changed the world. So they didn't realize their purpose, because what they did was they died with the pain inside of them that they could have used. See, that's the thing. You're supposed to use that pain. See, I said before in the message, I said, look, I said the first thing you have to do when you're experiencing something is you have to face it. once you face it, you have to forgive it. And once you forgive it, then you have to forget it. See, when you face that thing that you're going through that's hurting you, you then take the responsibility. Because for years we given that responsibility to other people, and we expect them to give us what they might not be capable of giving us. So when you face it, you face it. And then you have to forgive it. See, you have to say, you know what? What was the gift? What was the gift in this experience that I went through? See, the pain that I went through, what can I gain from it? What can I learn from it so when I get an experience like this again, I know how to handle it? And then, as hard as it may be, you have to forget it. You have to be willing to say, you know what? It happened. I can't change it, so I'm going to let it go. Because I deserve to get out of this space that I'm in, and I can't get out of this space if I continue to play this through my head. Because playing it through my head keeps me in this quicksand that allows me to continue to sink to places where I don't want to be. So I'm getting up from the experience, I'm learning from the experience, and I'm growing from the experience. So I faced it, I forgave it, and now I forget it so I can move on. See, on the other side of your pain is your purpose. But you have to understand, you have this power inside of you to get past anything that you're going through. You can get through it. You're going through it to learn the lesson and grow from it so you can help somebody else. See, our purpose is designed for us to learn something, to be able to help somebody else when they go through it. See, when they go through it, they're thinking they can't get through it. But you're the example of how you can get through any experience, but you have to be in that place to be able to help them when it's time for you to help them. That's why I always say, run your race. See, when you're running the race of other people, you won't be at the destination that you're supposed to be at. And if you're not at the destination that you're supposed to be at, then you can't help that person who's going to need you. So you have a reason for being on this planet. And your reason is to discover your purpose and to help people discover their purpose. So on the other side of your pain is your purpose. But you got to continue to understand that you have the power. You have the power. Nothing can stop you but you. Stop allowing yesterday to determine your today, so then you can't move into the future that you deserve. All right, y'all. Hey, there we go. There we go. There we go. Pyramid of purpose. There we go. The power plan. Let's go. Let's take this to the next level. So I'm asking all of you, share this message, because somebody needs to understand that that thing that they're doing, it is hurting them. That thing that they're doing is hurting them. It's hurting them from being in the position that they need to be in to help their family, to help their friends. So you know what I always say, you can live ordinary or you can live extraordinary. It's time for you to live extraordinary. Let's go.
From an alternative school. Never once did I think this Dr. Damon Arnold guy existed inside of me. Now understand this, the reason why I say that is because decision